Was a good job. Hey, look. So I was sitting here thinking, like, realistically, how much money do you need to live without a job? And honestly, I was talking with my boy the other day about this, and honestly, I think like $5,000 is like the bare minimum you need to make to survive without a job. And I'm really big on not working a job. I'm not. I ain't work a job since 2018. So we going on 8 years, about to be 9 years without working a job. And I always found a way to make money. I got entrepreneur mindset. I always, I'm a hustler. So realistically, if you're thinking like, damn, I hate my job and I just want to live my own life and do what I want, how much money do I need to be able to do that? And I came up with a number around $5,000. Honestly, think about it. So I was always big on living below your means. Like, literally, all the money you make, put it up, put it to the side. Don't spend it. If you're living with your parents, you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you living with your parents and you're not paying rent, or you're paying very little rent at your parents, bro, thug it out as long as you can. Thug it out as long as you can till you could buy a car straight cash, no payments. Thug it out until you could, put a fat down payment on a apartment, crib, whatever, instead of paying rent, month to month rent. You feel me? You might as well, put a down payment on a property, pay every month, you feel me, is going towards your own property, you feel me? So you're building equity. So I'm really big on all those things, you feel me? I'm living in my own spot. That's what I did. I thugged it out at my mom's house for as long as I could, honestly. Saved all my bread up so I could buy me a property, you feel me? Get me a mortgage. I bought a property, then I got another property with a mortgage, and then I'm doing my thing, you feel me? But let's get back to the point where you gotta get how much money you gotta get to live without a job. And honestly, I'm talking about like bare minimum, survival, and just getting the essentials that you need, paid for. And I'm thinking like $5,000. No matter where you at, I think 5K is a good amount of money, unless you're in California. But I'll say here in Florida, if you're making $5,000, you could get you a nice little 1 bedroom, 1 bath, you feel me, for 2 bands or less, you feel me? Or at least 2 bands. Or you could rent a room. That's another option, you feel me? One good way to really save your money is to live with somebody else that you're really close with, or a girlfriend, boyfriend. Honestly, y'all split the bill. Honestly, that's how you're gonna cut your expenses down as low as you can. And honestly, let's just say you one person, you want a 1 bed, 1 bath. That's about 2,000, 2,500 max. You feel me? Max. You really shouldn't be going over that for a 1 bedroom if you're trying to live below your means. You know what I mean? So that's already boom, half your bread going towards rent. You feel me? Or mortgage, whatever you got going on. That's 2,500. Now you got the other 2,500 to live off of. You feel me? Phone bill like 100, 150, whatever you got going on. Then you got groceries. You feel me? You got a meal prep. Don't be going out and doing all that stuff. You feel me? Just do that. Don't have a fat car payment. Do not have a fat car note. If you're trying to live below your means and stack up money, don't go get a BMW, get a Hellcat, and then have $1,000 monthly payment. Nah, you don't want to do that. Then your insurance high. That your 5K gone at that. You feel me? You really can't jug with that. So I'm talking about, bro, live below your means so much where you get a Honda for like 2 bands, straight cash. Make sure you maintenance it good. Point A, point B, you could get around with it. You feel me? So you got your own spot. You got your little Honda or whatever you got going on. And then boom. Honestly, you got to pay gas, a little bit of insurance. You feel me? You got groceries, cook your own food. After that, you could save a little bit of money, but honestly, you're not really exceeding too much over 4,000, 4,500. Then you can have like a little 500 on the side to like invest, put it up, whatever. Have a nice night out, go to the movies, whatever. But that's like the bare minimum, living below your means. But honestly, if you could find a way to make that 5K without a job, you can live. You can really live your own life without a 9 to 5. So look, I'm telling you, it's possible. And that 5K a month is literally, I'm talking in trading wise, that's 20 days, 20 trading days in 1 month. That's about $250 a day. $250 is so minimal, like, it's crazy. It's so easy to achieve, but everybody wants $1,000, $2,000 a day. Not every day is a good day to trade. Not every day is gonna show a A+ setup to take. The market gives you good opportunities at good moments, not every single day, and you have to realize that. And I had to realize that the hard way too. I wanted $1,000 a day when I started. I wanted 1,000 every single day, nothing less. And then there's days where I'm red. I couldn't handle that. I couldn't accept it. I'm like, I'm supposed to get $1,000. The market owes me a band a day. No, it doesn't. It does not. I had to learn the hard way, and I couldn't accept the red day. I kept going until I got back green, which was the worst part, because if you're down and you keep breaking your rules, you overtrade, you oversize, and you get back green, and then you make your 1,000 because you oversize on the trade. That's so bad, because now it builds up a bad habit. So now every time you got a red day, things aren't working out, you resort to that. So I built such a bad habit where I always resorted to, okay, I'm red on the day, fuck it, I'm gonna put on a big size trade. I'm gonna just go in, oversize, overtrade, and create. And I always waited for the proper time to do it, and I always made my money back. But the time where it doesn't work, because it's not gonna work every single time, that's just gonna wipe you out. You're gonna blow your whole account, and then emotions get a part of it. So like, that's one thing you gotta do, is avoid breaking rules, avoid trying to be right every day. You can't be right every day. As traders, we're only right on a few percent of our trades, but when we're right, we win big. The other times that we lose, we just cut our losses small, take paper cuts, and that's it. Keep it pushing. But those big wins, those make up for everything. So with this trading stuff, to get $5,000 a month is easy if you're disciplined. And once you make $5,000 a month a few times, it's just going to elevate 10K a month, 15K a month. Like, it just comes. But you have to be prepared for the red days, for the bad weeks. This week, I had 2 red days and 1 break even. It's looking like a red week for me. Tomorrow's Friday. We finna see what's up. But it's looking like a red week for me. And I haven't had a red week in a good minute. And it made me humble, you know what I mean? It made me realize, like, wow, I would have crashed out a couple years ago, 2 years ago. You know, I would have crashed out if I had a red week. I would have went all in. And me sitting here and like actually happy that I have a red week, it doesn't affect me. I'm like, okay, cool, it's part of the game. And it's like, wow, it just hit me, boom. All these years of me studying, reading, trading, it finally just clicked. Like, just now, me having a red week, I'm happy. I was never happy having a red week. Never in my life. This is the first week I'm actually happy being down on the week, because I know it's part of the game. And I know I'm going to make it back. I know I'm going to make it back and so much more. And like, it's just crazy, because having that discipline and knowing that you could get it back, you could live to trade another day, it just tells me I'm going to be so super successful in this long term. Because wow, it just hit me right now. Like, as soon as today, while I'm recording this video, it just all clicked to me, like, wow, I'm happy as hell with a red week. It's still crazy. I'm still like, damn, like, this is crazy. This is life. This is trading. And I finally, like, I feel like I'm breaking that psychology, that mindset that everyone's so stuck. Because you go to school, they teach you, if you fail, you flunk out, you loser. You feel me? You can't be a failure. Trading, you gotta fail to succeed. And I used to be so like, I used to hit red days and just be upset on the inside. My whole day be ruined. Now I have a red day, I kick back. I'm like, all right, you got that. I'm gonna get it back. You feel me? And it's like, wow, I came such a long way from like I don't know. This shit's crazy, man. But real shit, man. All you gotta do is make 5K minimum. Just go, bro. Go for the bare minimum. If you got a job or you just trying to supplement some extra income, bro, worry about making 1 band, 2 bands a month. That's like nothing. Just start so small. The thing is, a lot of people come into trading and they want to make 2-3K a week, a day. You know, it's not realistic. It's not. And you get really upset. You have such high expectations and you get upset when you don't hit it. So you gotta put the bare minimum so low where it's so easy to achieve. And once it's so easy to achieve and you do it multiple times, that's how you build up confidence. And when you build up confidence, you could build up size, and that's how you make more money. And it took me so much time to understand this. But that's literally the sauce right there. That's all you gotta do. Start so small where it's super easy. Build up your confidence, then build up your size, and just execute.